Meg Thee Stallion. This long anticipated trial now reaches a conclusion. Tory Lanez found guilty in the shooting of the rapper Meg Thee Stallion after just one day of jury deliberations. After a 2-week trial, the jury found the rapper guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, gross negligence, and carrying an unregistered firearm. Lanez facing a maximum sentence of 22 years in prison. His sentencing hearing will take place early next year, January 27th. 2023, it is scheduled for. Meg's testimony was likely the key factor in this decision, the guilty verdict. On the first day of the trial, she told the court she suffered suicidal ideation since the shooting, likened the fallout of naming Lanez as the shooter to torture. I can't even be happy, Meg told the court. I can't hold conversations with people for a long time. I don't feel like I want to be on this earth. I wish he would have just shot and killed me if I knew I would have to go through this torture. That from the site Jezebel. Meg told the court Lanez made several attempts to apologize for the altercation in the days after the shooting, even trying to bribe her and Harris not to speak of the shooting. I can't go to jail, I'm already on probation, Megan recalled Lanez pleading that night. She added that he told her and Harris, I'll give you $1 million, don't tell on me. Harris too hinted at Lanez offering them money. Multiple gossip sites also in on this. In the worst way, some would argue, depending on what side you're on. We're just on the side of truth here. They say, well, they doubted Meg's claims, misreported the verdict to their followers. Who else do we know who behaves like that? In the lead up to the trial, famous vloggers would also badmouth Megan. Let's take a listen.
But what I can say,
because I got some theories too.
But what I can say, I'm finished with these, and I don't like that girl. I can't. You told Gayle King you didn't them. We all know them.
And then they showed us video of Megan crying in the ambulance, child.
Wait, it's like body cam footage?
I don't, it must have been. Because you could see her, they didn't say body cam. I don't know how they obtained it, but you could see her in the damn bed and they gonna play a small clip. She talking about
bad for Megan, because Megan's coming out saying, I wish that she wished that she did pass away that night if she had to go through all of this, which, knowing an Aquarius again, I feel bad for you, girl, but are you using this for sympathy? Are you trying to make us feel bad for you? Because you know something too, Miss Megan. Because the thing is this, if Megan is lying, you know how bad this will be for her, right?
That wasn't it. Her fellow musicians, heavyweights in the music industry, also piling on 50 Cent, comparing Meg Thee Stallion to Jussie Smollett. Again, Lanez found guilty. Damn, I'm confused. All this going around, I don't know what to think. Laugh out loud. Drake, still at it, 21 Savage, we told you about this one, would also call her out in a rap song. There you see the lyrics, lying about getting shot, but she's still a stallion. Shorty say she graduated, she ain't learned enough. Play your album track 1. Okay, I heard enough. Chivalry at its finest, but oh wait, there's more. Let's let the ladies get in on it. Nicki Minaj, a real one, right? Accused Meg of lying, made fun of the situation. What was the last sighting of Bigfoot? Nicki, in with several fellas. Mayor, this certainly seems like a coordinated effort to undermine and belittle and berate, and a woman who says, okay, first she shot, and then she admits to suicidal ideation, okay? Life's not going well for her right now, and she is the victim. Why is this happening? Why are they doing this?
I think it's just watching that montage is actually hard because it plays into something bigger. All I could think about all the women who have not reported their rapes. and why they have not. Meg saying that she feels or she's having thoughts of suicide. This is not about wanting people to feel sympathy. You should feel sympathy for anyone who's been shot that is the victim. And then on top of that, to hear people, men and women, black men and women, come at her so hard. This is the machination of self-hate, if you ask me. I think the tragedy of what I see is we see someone, and people try to use her original statement as reason to doubt her. But it's commonplace. You can ask any law enforcer at any level. People going through traumatic experience usually have a different story after they've had time to sit with it or calm down. And her reasoning was sound on why her story changed. She's in a car, white officer pull up with his hand on the gun, black man in her car with a gun. Absolutely, you're nervous already because you know America has showed you what usually happened in that situation. She's already been shot in the foot. She definitely don't want to experience death, or anybody else in the car to experience death. I feel tragic about the situation, and even in the jury getting it right, even though it seemed like these other rappers and these bloggers were trying to control the court of public opinion, the jury seemed to have got it right and convicted Tory Lanez, and his arrogance was on display the entire trial, or leading up to the trial. Even put out an album bashing Megan, knowing that he had, carried out this horrible act now that he's been convicted of. I am super excited, not to see a black man go to jail, but to see justice for a black woman, which usually don't happen in this country. I mean, as you see what's happening, it's so easy to doubt that a black woman could be hurt, or that she could be honestly going through some psychological issues as it pertains to life after being shot, and then people accusing you of being a liar, even though the evidence showed that it happened.
Yeah, and Lanez, these were his actions, right, that night. And this is why, yet another example of why we say that the black woman is the most put upon. We are supposed to help everyone, feed everyone, comfort everyone, and give cover apparently to everyone, even in these circumstances. And if you don't, somehow in this rap world, but I think it translates to real life, Mayor, that you don't have this street cred. Why didn't she cover? Why didn't she lie for him? By the way, it was the state versus Lanez, right? But she should have shut up and just taken it. Is this about street cred?
Yeah, I think to me it's ridiculous. First of all, anybody believe that there's some street credibility to any rappers misunderstanding of Hollywood and the music industry in general. These are not street people. This is a business. Megan's job is rapper, not drug dealer, not thug.
I want to start talking about Drake too. Okay, street cred. Okay.
Yeah, Drake. I mean, I think
I love him, but
yeah, him weighing in is. I'm kind of confused on why he would weigh in. And if I was 21, I would have had something to say about that. I understand the connection between him and Tory Lanez. They're both from Canada. However, you piling on a black woman in this way seems absolutely like missing the cue. Your fans, Mr. Drake, before you became Mr. International, were black women. It wasn't black men riding around listening to Drake music. So the idea that you came at Megan this way is kind of confusing and baffling to me. It also shows at the rate at which black women who are living at the intersection of racism and sexism every day have to deal with people they support and build because they made his career, how they can be backdoored just like this at any moment.
Yeah, and we'll move on, but before we do, I want to get your comment on this. Okay, disinformation. I don't know how this is any different than Trump. Okay, you're deliberately. I don't believe they got it wrong. They're deliberately misreporting the facts here, but also, why are the voices of disinformation, misogyny, attacking this woman? Why are they so much louder than anybody else? There's not. Hello, can someone? Beyonce, someone, and I love Beyonce. I'm not trying to put her on blast, but can I get a loud voice here that will say, knock it off?
Yeah, I think, for years, people, a lot of people outside of black women have criticized Janelle Monáe for how black women get treated, and her like standing up 100% for black women and being unabashed about it. And I think right now you see why you need defenders, a loud voice, like you said, to stand up for black women, because it's so easy, even in a case where this woman is not wrong of anything and she's shot in both feet, as verified by a surgeon from Sinai. This is unbelievable that you have people that are trusted messengers, supposedly like academics, DJ academics, coming at Meg with like you said, false information. This ain't even like confusions reports.
Yeah.
These are lies. And I hope her lawyers got time today after this trial to go after some of these people like academics who have Joe Budden, who has a far reach that are spreading misinformation. We saw Alex Jones get charged for his lies about what happened to the families of Sandy Hook.
That part.
I hope the same justice is available for Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I do too, and you may be on to something. Let's go through those trials. Let's hear people have to get on the stand like you have to do in a civil trial. You can be quiet in a criminal trial, but a civil trial, you have to tell the truth or sit there and defend your actions, your words. So I hate it for her, Mayor. I'm sure it's not the last of it, and who knows? Maybe I'm missing that voice. Maybe I overlooked that voice who will speak up and tell the truth about this woman and what's been done to her.